Do you sometimes find it challenging to stay true to your core values when faced with tough business decisions? Are you looking for ways to navigate the complex world of business without compromising what you stand for? Do you want to make decisions that not only drive success but also reflect your ethical standards? Hi, this is Mommy and your Mommy Negosyo. And if you're grappling with any of these questions, you are in the right place. Because in this video, I'm going to discuss strategies that will help you stay true to your values, even when you're faced with challenging business decisions. And here are the 5 strategies that will help you find that balance where your business integrity and success go hand in hand. Number 1, clearly define your core values. Number 2, evaluate your decisions with a long-term perspective. Number 3, seek advice from trusted mentors. Number 4, be transparent with your stakeholders. And number 5, reflect and learn from each of your decisions. Sounds exciting? That's the spirit. Now, let's discuss them one by one. Here's strategy number 1. Clearly define your core values. Begin by clearly defining your core values because they serve as the guiding principles that shape your actions and decisions. Once you've set your non-negotiables, they act like a moral compass for you. This ensures that your choices align with your ethics and your beliefs. So take the time to write down your core values and reflect on how they might show up in different situations. Doing this helps you see ahead and handle tough situations while sticking to your principles. So here's an example. Let's talk about Celine, a coaching client who sells construction materials. When Celine was offered a proposal for a big project in which she would provide the materials, she felt torn. She felt that way because it was a big project and it meant that she would have more sales. However, part of the agreement was against her principles. She was asked to find construction materials that were not as good as the high quality ones that she usually sells. And so she decided to turn down the offer. Sure, it meant getting more sales, but she stood by her principles. For her, it was about building a business that people could rely on and trust. Yes, sometimes we really have to make tough decisions. So let's go to strategy number 2, which is to evaluate decisions with a long-term perspective. Now stop for a moment and think about your choices for the long term. Sometimes what seems good now can cause problems later if it goes against what you believe in. For example, accepting a deal that compromises your values might bring in quick cash but could damage your reputation in the long run. So before you decide, consider how it could affect your business's name and what you leave behind in the future. Remember, building a legacy of integrity and trustworthiness is crucial for long-term success in any business venture. So to understand this better, let's use my mentee's story as an example. Meet Jen, who runs a cleaning services business. When she badly needed more income to pay off her obligations, she felt pressured to cut costs by using cheaper, harmful cleaning products. Then she came and asked me for advice. And then I asked her what her values are. So our Zoom meetings help her realize to stay true to her values of keeping her clients safe from harmful products. It means she has to continue investing in eco-friendly cleaning supplies even though they are pricier. It was a challenging decision, but soon she reached out to me for an update and said that her commitment to using safe, sustainable products finally paid off with more contracts. Her story serves as a reminder that staying true to your values, even in the face of pressure, can lead to long-term success. So if you're tempted, remember this story, okay? Let's go to strategy number 3, which is to seek advice from trusted mentors. How can you ensure that your decisions align with your values? You might want to seek advice from mentors or advisors who share your values. You see, when you ask people outside your usual group, they can provide new perspectives and remind you why your values are important. And so, don't hesitate to build a network of trusted advisors and consult them when facing difficult situations. Let's listen to Mikey's story. Mikey, a mom of 4, sells bags for mothers. There was a time when she had to make a tough choice due to financial problems in her business, which required her to cut costs. Among the options she considered was the possibility of laying off workers to reduce expenses. And faced with this dilemma, Mikey thought of asking for my help. And we discussed what might happen if she laid off workers and how it might affect the company in the long run. She struggled with the idea of laying off some workers, and she knew it would be tough for them and for their families. Plus, she worried about how it would make the rest of the workers feel. Then we talked about other ways in which she can save money. And in the end, Mikey decided not to lay off any workers. Instead, she found other ways to save money while still making sure that her workers were okay. This whole experience showed Mikey how important it is to do the right thing even when it's hard. And she's grateful for a mentor's advice and support during tough times. So it made her even more determined to run her business in a caring and responsible way. Now, let's carry on to strategy number 4, which is to be transparent with stakeholders. How do you ensure trust and understanding in your decision-making process? Well, transparency is key. That's why it's important to communicate openly with stakeholders about your decision-making process, especially when facing tough choices. When you explain why you make those decisions to your team, customers, and partners, you show them how your values guide you, and it helps build trust and understanding. Let's use Kathy's example. Kathy resigned from her work as a government employee to be more hands-on with her growing family. Because she wanted to earn her keep, she decided to start her own cake business at home. She would show her creations online, and this soon gained her loyal customers. However, because of inflation, Kathy had to raise prices to keep up the quality of her baked goods. Not wanting to surprise her customers, she informed them about it beforehand. She told them why she had to do it, saying she wanted to keep making delicious treats without cutting corners. And Kathy's honesty about sticking to her value of quality resonated with her customers. Now, this understanding led them to stay loyal to her, even if it meant paying higher prices. Nice, right? Okay, lastly, strategy number 5, reflect and learn from each decision. Do you take time to reflect whenever you make decisions? Why is it important to reflect on your decisions? Well, doing so can teach you a lot. For one thing, it helps you see how your choices affect things, and it helps you become a better leader, someone who sticks to her values. So after each big decision, ask yourself what happened and what you learned from it. This will help you make even better decisions in the future. So meet Ellie, a coaching client who is a former OFW. Once she had to make a big choice, and that's whether to grow her business by opening another store or not. At first, Ellie was excited about the opportunity for growth and for increased profits. However, something was nagging her. You see, she has a friend who did the same thing, but soon the business took a bad turn and her friend eventually had to close it. And this prompted her to reflect before going for it. After careful consideration, Ellie decided to hold off on opening the new location and instead focus on maintaining the quality and integrity of her current restaurant, which was a very good decision. This decision required her patience and a willingness to prioritize long-term success over short-term gains. So you see, staying true to your values in challenging business decisions is the hallmark of a strong, ethical leader. You can stay true to what you believe in, no matter how complicated things may get. Remember, each decision you make is a reflection of your values and it contributes to the legacy that you are building. So if you're ready to learn more and to take your business to the next level, remember to subscribe to my newsletter for more insights and tips. Together, let's unlock your business's financial potential and create a thriving future for you. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, stay inspired, stay empowered, and keep reaching for your dreams. This is Mommy N, your Mommy Negosyo, saying, be business-minded, Pinoy!